The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Oh, whiffs the grab. The combo's there.
Not so fast.
Combo with the target combo. Strings it all together. Takes a trip. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player 1 chases and goes for the super arc. Knockdown. Ends the round with a punish counter. Living in the opponent's head rent-free right now.
That's right.
Player 1 picks up the first round. It's still anyone's fight, so they can't get complacent here. That drive impact is blocked. What are both fighters plotting? Will this super arc connect? Oh, whiffs the drive impact. Will that super be the turning point? Player 2 has the life advantage. Can't tech the throw? Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Neither of them willing to back off here. Taking stock. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Grabs him. Will we see it? Brushes that off and keeps going. Player 1 will look to a critical. What's gonna happen? A clean KO. Nice meter awareness.
Sit down and shut up!
KO! Player 1 straight up put their opponent on a poster.
Round 3. Fight.
Flashes him. Breaks the block with a throw. G-right kick for a mix-up. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? Bops him with a target kick. Sees him coming and shrugs it off with a super arm. Player 1 has an empty drive gear. This is a very precarious situation. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. In there! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. That drive impact is blocked. Raise on the pressure with the projectile. Player 1 chases him down. I can't keep track of these corner switches. Will this super arc connect? Perfect time to spend the meter. Okay, creating some space here. Taking stock. Picture perfect punish KO. Player 1 is off to a good start and wins the first round. They'll want to keep dictating the pace of this match.
Round 2. Fight.
Absorb lands a punish counter for the first hit. Deals some sick damage there in exchange for some meter. Player 1 with the life lead. Neither of them willing to back off here. Alright, what's coming up next? They can open up this round big, heats it up with a combo into super. Solid combo. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. They can't squander this punish for KO. Player 2 is making this look so easy.
Round 3. Fight.
Hits them with a stop and pop. They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 1 has a slight life lead. Phalanx from a super arc. The Dragon Lash Flame giving them a side switch on top of the damage. Player 2 is working with a bit. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Very slick with the combo. They're going for the super arc. In there. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win.
Round 1.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done. Checks him with the projectile. Brushes off the impact. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Lots of aggression from both sides. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. Goes for the super arc. Heats it up with a combo into super. Will we see a drive impact? Nice tech. Sure you can? Get some. Player the first round, but they'll need to stick to their game plan in order to win.
Round 2. Fight.
Beginning of the round. What will our fighters do? Gets the counter in.
Gotcha!
Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Taking stock. Heats it up with a combo into super. Alright, what's coming up next? Picture perfect punish counter. Perfect execution and gameplay nets our fighter a perfect round. Player 1 is feeling it. Match point.
Round 3. Fight.
Brushes that off and keeps going. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. They were right to be on guard there. Goes low with Coachella and sweeps him. Looking to impress with this super. Triple Jinrai hits. Good damage option there. Player 2 hits him with a stop and pop. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. We have Burnout activates. Uses the gauge for a super up. The Dragon wraps it up with a decisive combo. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win.
Round 1.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Lands a punish counter for the first hit.
Come here!
Good parry there, and the move whiffs, and they get nailed with a punish counter. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Box him, which takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Taking stock. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few players KO. Player 1 is off to a good start and wins the first round. They'll want to keep dictating the pace of this match.
Round 2. Fight.
Whoa! Opens up with a super art. Did they see an opening? How will this round turn out? Starts off zoning with fireball. Tries to throw but doesn't connect. Neither of them willing to back off. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter. Heats it up with a combo into super. Look at the damage they can pump out with the combo. Things are heating up. Takes a trip and fold. Nasty blow to the back of the head. They make nice counter. Going in. Lots of KO. Player 2 is making this look so easy.
Round 3. Fight.
Brushes that off and keeps going. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Down to the wire. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Knockdown, and they're going for the super art. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business.
Now you know history.
They're thinking of scoring big off a super art. Triple Jinrai hits. Good damage. Finishes things off with authority with that big punish counter. I smell a comeback in the works.
Round 4. Fight.
Hits them with a stop and pop. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Flashes them. Denied. Puts the super armor to good use. They continue to battle it out in the middle of the stage. Goes low with Coachella and sweeps them. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Scrapping it, all the throw connects. Both fighters planning something? Goes with the safe stuff with that more fuel to what a finish!
How's that?
Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1.
Y'all ain't going anywhere. Sit down till these two are done. Saw that coming. This is gonna be bad news. That drive impact is blocked. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. Throws him down. Knockdown. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the tip. Will this super art connect? One more. Very solid corner switch. They just went for it with that super. This may be the start of their counter offensive. Grabs him. Taking stock. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. And fold! Nasty blow to the back of the head. Going in? They don't need to go for anything big. Yo, put that away. Burnout activates. KO! Player 1 wins the first round, but they'll need to stick to their game plan in order to win.
Round 2. Fight.
Had the radar up and running. Lands a punish counter for the first hit. Utilizes an overdrive art there to tack on just a little more damage. Can't tech the throw. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. He adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Can they turn this gauge advantage? Smart play to stop the opponent there. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers can turn this around, and their thing ends the round with a punish counter. Living in the opponent's head rent-free right now. Player 1 is feeling it. Match point.
Round 3. Fight.
Nice counter. They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Hits them with a stop and pop. Quick dashing. Gets the combo. Breaks the block with a throw. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Oh, they're going for the super art? The parry! Yes! Drive impact for the win. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Checks him with the projectile. Bops him with the target combo. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Punishes that ill time and a super activation. What a finish. Great lead in the life gauge there. Player 1 picks up the first round. It's still anyone's fight, so they can't get complacent here.
Round 2. Fight.
Absorbs the attack and fires back. What'll happen this time? The combo's there. Picture perfect punish counter. Combo with the target combo. Knockdown. Bops him with the target combo. Will this super art connect? Uses the spends 2 for the meteorite and absolutely destroys him. G-right kick for a mix-up. Player 1, a super art. Shifu G-right doing the business. Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player 1 is winning with the greatest of ease.
Round 3. Fight.
The impact doesn't do anything. Yo, put that away. Shoots off a fireball up close. Rushes that off and keeps going. Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? They back the opponent into the corner. Now to apply the pressure. Sees them coming and shrugs it off with the super armor. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refresh. Burnout activates. Player 1, a back throw for damage and vital positioning. Taking chunks out of each other here. Anticipated that throw. What were they thinking? Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. What a finish! I smell a comeback in the works.
Victory!
Round 4. Fight.
Puts the super armor to good use. Shoots off a fireball up close. Yo, put that away. This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. The Gladius throws them away. A quick breather. Just goes for it at this range. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Both fighters planning something? Flash! Oh my god, what a throw tech! A drive impact could end it all here. Will they get critical art now? This is gonna kill, no doubt about it.
Sit down and shut up!
Flatline zone. Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion.